નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી. સ્ટેન્ડર્ડ 8th સબ્જેક્ટ સાયન્સ, ચેપ્ટર 1, crop production and management. Dear students, today you are going to learn basic practices, basic, essential or necessary practices of crop production. Bujo asked the question, why can paddy not be grown in the winter season? Pehli replied, paddy requires a lot of water. Therefore, it is grown only in the rainy season, but it cannot be grown in the any other season. Why? Because paddy needs lot of water. Now we move on to cultivation of crops. Cultivation of crops, like growing of crops, involves several activities, like several process undertaken by the farmers over a period of time. Since with long time, the farmers are cultivating the crops. They need several steps or several process. You may find that these activities are similar to those carried out by a gardener. To whom we are calling gardener? One who looks the garden. They are called as gardener. Even by you, when you grow ornamental plants. Ornamentals. What ornamental plant means? Decorative plants. Decorative plants. ORNAMENTAL. Ornamental plants. See, now I will show you some of the ornamental plants. See, look here now. This is snake plant. This one is spider plant. This one is aloe vera. This one is Indian basil or tulsi plant. This one is money plant. This one is fern plant. This one is croton plant. This one is desi plant. So these are all decorative plants or ornamental plants. Now, these activities, these process or works are referred to as agricultural practices. Now the question arises, what do you mean by agricultural practices? What do you mean by agricultural practices? Agricultural practices means the cultivation of crops involves several steps or several process. These processes are called as agricultural practices. Here some of the activities or agricultural practices are given. First one, preparation of the soil. See, the preparation of the soil. Second, sowing. Third, adding manure and fertilizers. Fourth, irrigation. Fifth one, protecting from the weeds. Sixth one, harvesting and storage. So these are all agricultural practices. Now we will learn one by one. Preparation of the soil. The preparation of the soil is the first step. Preparation of soil is the first step before growing the crop. Before growing the crop, the soil should be prepared. One of the most important tasks, goal in the agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. Why you have to lose or turn the soil? Because this allows the roots to penetrate, P-E-N-E-T-R-A-T. Penetrate means deep, pierce. You are saying P-I-E-R-C-E, pierce. Get or go deeper into the soil. The loose soil allows the roots to breathe easily. So due to this, the root can easily breathe even when they go deeper into the soil. So that is why the loosening the soil or turning over the soil is an important for the plants. Here the question asks, why does the loosening the soil allow the roots breathe easily? You know that after loosening the soil, the atmosphere contains air. The air contains oxygen. So oxygen circulates easily in the soil so that the roots will get oxygen easily and they can breathe very easily. Now, the loosening the soil helps in the growth of the earthworms and microbes present in the soil. See, one more important point is the loosening of the soil helps growth of the earthworms. Growth of the earthworms. Growth of earthworms means the worms which are present in the soil. Earthworms and microbes like bacteria, protozoa, and fungi, these are all present in the soil. So these organisms are friend of the farmer. Why? Because they further turn and loosen the soil and add humus to the soil. Humus means decayed bodies or residues of plants and animals. But why does the soil need to be turned and loosened? Again, the question is that. So, you know that the soil should be loosened or turned because many earthworms and microbes are present, so they can present in the soil and they help the soil to make fertile. You have learned in the previous class the soil contains minerals. You learned in the previous classes the soil contains minerals. The soil contains minerals. So I will show you some of the minerals here which is present in the soil. What are the minerals required? See here, the minerals required are here given calcium, magnesium, sulfur, and these are all important minerals present in the soil. Now, dear students, dead plants, in addition to this, dead plants and animals are get decomposed by the soil organisms. The soil organisms means microorganisms. Dead plants and animals are also decomposed, breaks into pieces, they will rotten and added to the soil. In this way, various nutrients means a source of nutrients, means a source of nourishment such as food in the nutrients held in the soil, held in the dead organisms, are gathered by the dead organisms and are released back into the soil. These nutrients are again absorbed by the soil. So in this way, the loosening or turning the soils are a very important process. Since only a few centimeters of the top layer of the soil supports plant growth, you know that for the plant growth, you know that there are layers in the soil: top layer, middle layer, and bottom layer. The top layers are only a few centimeters. So after loosening the soil or turning the soil, those soils, turning and loosening of the soil brings up the nutrient rich soil to the top. So the plants can use these nutrients. Thus, the turning and loosening of the soil is very important for the cultivation of the crops. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called as tilling or ploughing. So, the process of what is ploughing or what is tilling, the process of loosening and turning of the soil is called ploughing. This is done by using the plough. Plows are made of wood or iron. Now I will show you the plow here. This is by using the plow. See, look here. The plows are made of either wood or iron. Okay. Now, if the soil is very dry, it may be need watering before plowing. So if the soils are dry, then they have to water it. The plowed field may have big pieces of soil, such as called as crumbs. What is crumbs? The big pieces of soil, that is called as crumbs. The big pieces of soil, that is called as crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs with a plank. So here plank word you got it, PLANK. So this, to break the soil or crumbs, planks they are using. The field is leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation purposes. The leveling of the soil is done with the help of leveler. See, leveler. So the big pieces of soil that you are calling crumbs should be broken by the use of plank, and then afterwards the field is leveled before for sowing. So that should be done by the leveler. Sometimes manure, MANURE, manure એટલે fertilizer is added to the soil before tilling. This helps in the proper mixing of manure with the soil. The soil is watered before sowing. So these are all the method of these are all the method of preparation of the soil. So dear students, so we will learn in the next class agricultural implements. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.